capture the flag.
Hi, this is Double1975, and today a full CTF game from League Play. This was during some placement matches that we did with a team, which was me, Oliver, Jumad and Entity. We actually just did our placement matches because there was 4 of us on, and we just wanted to play some League Play. So it's not a team we've played in before or ever got placed before. But we had some fun and actually had some good games, so I thought I'd post a couple of them. I know Entity has used one of the hardpoint games on his channel because it was a really good score for him, and I thought I'd use the CTF game on mine because it shows what I do when I play with other people on CTF. Now what you notice is I will help slay for a bit until my team get a decent amount of map control, and then that's it. I will pretty much call it quit to getting kills and just worry about getting flags. So here I go, diving in. Oliver's got the middle covered and he's just moved up to the spawn trap, and there I'm good, I'm off. And that is pretty much how I play CTF. I am the objective player, and you'll see as this game goes on, my pure focus is not on kills, it's not on anything else than running flags. Now of course it helps if my teammates are slaying the enemy, and on this first side especially, Oliver was devastating the enemy, pushing quite up to the spawn trap whenever I went in for a flag, and it means I'm free to run off safe in the knowledge that they're coming off spawn and just getting killed by Oliver. Unfortunately I'm EMP'd, so you can't see the minimap, but Oliver I believe is currently on the spawn trap. Let's just come off now and you can see he is, and Jumad is pushed up right into blue and leaves me free with Entity covering me to run off of the flag. Now I'm very close to my streaks here, and I maybe should have played a bit greedy and looked for a kill or two just before running the flag in, because I know they're coming right behind me because it's been called out, but I decide to dive in, get the flag, as that's more important than streaks at this stage. With slums, one side is more favourable than the other in a lot of people's opinion, so it's good to build up a lead on this side, which is considered the good side. I mean, your aim is to win the game on the first side, to get 4 or 5 flags, but I think the minimum you want to get is 3, because if you just have a 1 or 2 flag lead going into the second side, it motivates the other team. The comeback seems feasible, and if they get 1 flag, suddenly they're right back in it. As you can see at the moment, I'm actually just dying. I'm not doing very well, I'm not being able to get very far, but it doesn't stop me keep trying over and over again to slip through the middle of the map and try and get in towards the enemy flag. I'm not worried about my KD when I play League Play, I just worry about wins and losses. So I quite often will continue trying to sneak past, even when there's 4 of them playing D. I will quite happily try and slip by undetected. I run dead silence on this class that I'm using for the specific reason that I can quite happily sound whore a little bit and slip past people that don't suspect or don't hear my footsteps. Now the other team were a full team, and I've got to say fair play to them, because they didn't rage quit, they didn't send anyone any hate mail, they played the full game, and even though the score in flags doesn't reflect it, they didn't do too bad a job of slaying us. Now Entity here tries to steal the flag, so I rotate back just to check our flag. Unfortunately Entity didn't get too far, but Jumad and Oliver do start asserting themselves a bit more and getting a bit more map control. So as always, as soon as they've got map control, I'm straight in trying to steal that flag. And with 30 seconds left to go, just time to put that 3rd flag cap on the board and just remove a little more hope from the other team. Also give me a chance to get close to picking up streaks, because in CTF streaks are very important and very good for stopping a flag cap. They're also very useful for removing a person from that cop car spawn trap. So that's the first half winding up, and I totally choked my streaks as I tried to move around to the spawn trap a bit too aggressively. But it's all good because my teammates have managed to pick up some streaks, and we're 3-0 up. And even though I'm going 7 for 9, I've put 3 caps on the board, and that is my role. Kill death doesn't matter. I'm actually surprised I picked up 7 kills, to be honest. But into the second side, and I actually prefer the second side in slums, and that's a bit odd, but on the second side I have to do more as to run flags. I have to slay a bit more. There's more routes to choose from, and the spawn traps are a little less predictable and a little harder to hold. So as a flag runner in slums, you can get a little more creative on the second side as you're attempting to juke people out and fool them as much as running the flag. Now here I pick up the flag and I hear him spawning back alley, so I know I'm done. So you have to be very conscious in most CTF maps and this side of slums where your teammates are, so where they're forcing the other team to spawn. Now I hadn't realised at that point that someone had pushed up onto the street other side of blue and forced them to spawn garage on me, so it was my bad. I should have read the map better. But I gotta say, a lot of this is obviously down to my teammates. Oliver and Jumad and Entity are all decent players. Oliver much prefers search and destroy, and he's a bit of a search and destroy god. Jumad is very comfortable in every respawned game type and holds his own very well in search and destroy. He doesn't like playing search and destroy against me. I don't know why, I just seem to have lucky timing against him. Oh, and here's me showing the other side of being the objective player. Making sure you defend your own flag. As they managed to push through, they gave it map control, go for the flag, but unfortunately for them, I spawn up and I'm able to pick up 2 kills and put the stop in. But they're continuing to push through blue aggressively, so we do need to take control of that. Jumad uses a lightning strike and manages to maintain a bit of control, and then he brings in a stealth chopper. So that pretty much, with 3 minutes left, just ends this game. And now it's about just putting the icing on the cake, sticking the little cherry on top. I want a couple more flag caps, just because I want to maintain my place second in the team. I know I can't do this by getting kills, so I want to get those points for flag caps. Now, as you can see, I take a really direct route to the flag, because we got a stealth chopper up, and I also want to get back here to try and save our flag, because this guy is determined. They really want a flag cap on this side, and I don't blame them. It's been a tough game for them, and they haven't been able to get much map control, so they want flags. Now Entity said the base was clear at that point, but I'd like to point out to Entity, it wasn't. That guy was right there, and you missed him. It's your fault. But at least I got the flag cap. No, in all seriousness, I'm not that sort of person. I don't blame Entity at all for that. I should have checked my corners. I really am terrible for not checking my corners. Especially in search and destroy. The amount of times I die because I just don't bother to check a corner. Oliver moans at me all the time. And what a fail that smoke was. So, this is probably the easiest flag cap of the game, because all 3 of those little green arrows are just pushing up and decimating the poor other team. It's pretty much turned into a one-sided battering this game, and I'm quite happy to run in the 5th flag. And I've got to say, this wasn't that challenging a game, but it was fun to play in, and I did like the bickering between my teammates over who would get the most kills. And lo and behold, somehow after a flag cap, I'm still roaming around alive close to streaks. So with time winding down, I try and get my streaks, and again I choke them. I'm so bad at getting streaks in this game. They've resorted on the other team now to camping at the back of the map with target finder LMGs. I think they've pretty much had enough, and rather than totally surrender, they decide they're just going to put an end to my flag pulling and just sit up there with target finder LMGs behind the vans just outside their own spawn. So this causes me to do something strange. I actually don't go for the flag, and I'm looking for a specific kill. I want to kill that target finder LMG guy just before the game winds down. Now, my teammates did particularly well. Oliver got well over 30 kills, and obviously held map control for a long periods of this game. Mad jibbed in with 24 kills, but amazingly only 5 deaths, which is a really good performance by him. And Entity in 4th spot on our team picked up 17 kills and went positive, and got himself 3 returns. But obviously I am the star of this show, because I only got, I think, about 18 kills. I got 5 flag caps, I think 2 returns, because I am the objective player. And that's all, and thank you very much for watching.